Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody. My name is Bahzad.
My name is Risa.
And we are here from Naked and Famous Denim to present to you the world's greatest live stream, the Naked and Famous Denim Raw Denim live stream, where we're going to answer all of your raw denim related questions, give you denim knowledge, give you knowledge on life and just how to live life in general. We're going to turn into one of those lifestyle channels. And
what do we know about life?
Hey, I've lived my whole life.
That's true.
So I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty good at it. We're going to have... we've got...
Who is here so early?
1 second, guys. Oh, well, look who it is.
What?
Oh,
Hello.
Looks like we've got
Where did it come from?
Looks like we've got a visitor today. This is Garrett, star of the popular YouTube Naked and Famous Denim YouTube series This Week at Tate and Yoko. Garrett, why don't you get in here and give yourself a little introduction here.
Hey. So if you don't know me, I work for Tate and Yoko, Naked Famous Denim, and I'm here visiting in Japan.
Welcome. How's your trip so far?
It has been fabulous.
What any highlighghts or lowlights?
Highlights? Well, we went and saw a few mills. That was very exciting, very, very cool.
This is your first time at the Denim Mill, so you got to see...
First time. First time to Okayama.
Yep.
And it was better than I expected. Yeah, it was...
Okay.
It was very eye-opening. It was very loud.
You got to see how denim was born. You got to see how the hot dogs were made, so to speak.
Exactly.
And most people, after maybe a hot dog tour,
you get sick
might
of
be
hot
turned
dogs.
off by hot dogs. But
No.
How are your feelings after seeing?
It only invigorated my passion even more.
Fantastic.
It was exciting to say the least.
Good.
He took a lot of videos.
Yeah.
I think,
We took a lot of videos, so I'm hoping we're gonna edit something so you guys can also see, how the sausage is made. I will say I don't think the video necessarily does it justice. Being there really is a different experience, but that might be as good as it's gonna get.
Right. Being in the mills. You can see the fabric being woven, but you don't understand how the room vibrates and shakes and the smell and all that stuff that's in the air.
I mean, stuff, floating around. And
there's a lot of, I'm sure at the end, like just even being in the shuttle room for a few minutes, when you walk in, you're like, it's loud, and then you walk in, and you're like, it's pretty loud in here, and then when you walk out and your ears are ringing, you're like, ear protection. That's what I should have been using. That and because there's a lot of cotton fluff flying around, and they have like these filters and vacuums everywhere, just sucking it all up as much as it can. But
you're inhaling.
Yeah, you're just inhaling.
Yeah, you do feel that way, a little bit. Maybe it's in my head, but I just feel like there's something in here.
Yeah, I've got some denim in my lungs. Yeah, it's okay.
No, but
on my legs and in my lungs, I'm fine with it.
It is a fantastic experience.
Right.
Yeah.
So Garrett's here, everybody. So if you got questions for the immortal Garrett, someone said the most yoked up guy in raw denim, here's your opportunity to ask him some questions one-on-one. You can maybe slide in a little bit more.
Do you have any bigger chairs? Is this it? Or stools?
We do have
there's a stool.
Okay. Maybe that's better.
Okay,
Yeah.
Garrett might do a
Just because this
swap.
is kind of
An awkward chair for you?
not the best.
Okay, it's not an office chair, really. Okay, Garrett's going to switch out the chair, and we're going to check in with the chat.
Who can guess what jeans I'm wearing?
All right, let's find out, everybody.
Internet points.
Yeah,
For
internet-
whoever can
Is
guess.
this too low?
No, this is better. This is better.
Yeah. Well, let's check in with the chat, see where everybody is tuning in from. Of course, we are tuning in live from Yokohama, Japan, the intergalactic space headquarters of Naked and Famous Denim. And we've got BD in the chat, the producer, Hey Pants Gang, Firebirds on MIJ10, and Hard and Soft Drawing. Well, that is quite a combination. He's got the Firebirds on the legs, MIJ10's on the back.
I thought he meant wearing two jeans.
He's wearing two jeans, everybody. He's just doing it right. Chris Griffin checking in this week. Wore my cerulean Kasuri pants and Aloha shirt to the beach yesterday. Otherwise, I'm a month into my spring gardens.
Nice.
Fantastic. Aloha shirts for the win. Salva writes, am I late to the game thinking the hemp releases Trailer Park Boys collab? Am I late to the game thinking hemp release? I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but yes. The answer is yes. KMX tuning in from Calgary, Alberta, fading my Camel slubs this Friday. Wonderful. Speaking of Camel.
Yes.
So one of the things we saw, we not only did we do a bunch of mill tours, we were also, obviously there for production meetings and just future developments. And there might be some camel fur, not fur, but camel wool, camel hair. There might be something coming down the line. These developments we're working on for fall, winter 25, spring, summer 26. So we have to work very, very well in advance, especially nowadays, just due to production, just the way production is here in Japan. I guess there was one worry. Many years ago, there was a large Japanese fast fashion retailer that took a lot of production space, and they might be doing that again. So we just have to.
Well, there's
murmurings,
rumors, but we'll see. We'll see.
We'll
see. A lot of the ideas we get that are discussed, it can be done right away, or it can be done. It can stay in our minds, and a year or 2 years later, like
it's ready when it's ready, kind of thing. Yeah. So. Raphael MC Garrett in the house. That's it. Investing special guest. They knew it. Mike in WPB. Garrett is here. Okay. Somebody wrote, my son messed with my YouTube account. Pesky kids. They'll do that. All right. Gary Rainey Jr. wearing my Joseph Joe Stars in True Guy. Good choice.
Any guesses on Garrett's jeans?
Yeah, we don't have any guesses on Garrett's jeans. What's Garrett wearing today? Let's hear it in the chat. Overflight writes, just came in to say I got my first pair of Naked Famous jeans, the Elephant 11S, and I love them. My first pair of super heavyweight denim. Looking forward to the journey. Well, we're looking forward to you enjoying those jeans. And look who it is, everybody. It's an all-star cast today. Snowy is in the house. And Pedro with the right answer. Ding, ding, ding. Current state of fade. He's wearing the Elephant 5. BD also correct with the Elephant 5. You guys know our jeans very well. You know what? Maybe I'll do a little fade check as well. Because I think some people requested that. I'm wearing older Naked Famous Denim, rinsed denim, easy shirt. I've got Wonder Looper Ultimate Puma t-shirt. I've got the dirty fades on. They're fading pretty good. I think we might be able to take some photos later on today and get some fade updates on these. And I've been eating too much lately, so I've got the cord belt too, because the top button is. I'm feeling Vincent vibes here. My waist is growing, but my waistband isn't.
Are the buttons the MVP?
They're doing God's work right now, I'll tell you that much. The good Lord has blessed the buttons on these jeans, and they are holding on. They're very strong.
Give her a brush.
Yes, well, we've been brushing him, but he's in the process of changing his winter hair to summer hair.
Yeah,
so.
He's getting into the season.
Yeah.
Risa, what do we have on today?
Oh, I have, what do we call this? Rinsed denim.
Rinsed denim.
Shirt, country shirt. It was a while ago, I think. But with the Wonder Looper Ultimate Pima t-shirt, I'm still wearing Bahzad's old strong guy nightshade, just salvage. So it fits me really loosely and perfectly. Just been
living the cozy lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I can't wear jeans that fits me anymore.
Yeah. I need to only
It's
wear
like
loose big jeans.
super loose jeans.
Christian is in the house. 1 month of break-in on my 2 pairs of Strong Guys. Loving both the left hand twill and solid black pairs. Any special Strong Guys coming up? We have for fall the Dia de los Muertos coming in. The Strong Guy.
We have a bunch of Strong Guys coming in
Right.
for fall. Got the all natural.
All natural fox fiber, Dia de los Muertos, elephant denim. If I'm
Yes.
So the elephant 13 red core. So the red core elephant.
Yeah.
That's coming as well.
Shinigami.
And the Shinigami Savage. So the 18-ounce big slab all black.
Yeah.
22 ounce.
21
ounce dark indigo red core. So dark indigo denim that fades to red. The first time we've ever done it in heavyweight form. So we're merging the elephant series and the red core series into one to make the ultimate crazy fading jean.
Yeah.
The all natural fox fiber. So dark indigo on the outside. Natural colored brown cotton weft on the inside.
15
ounce, and then the Dia de los Muertos, which is a 12.5 ounce classic dark indigo by White Denim, made with Mexican upland cotton, so premium cotton from Mexico, all Mexican cotton with a serape stripe selvage ID and special Dia de los Muertos leather patch. So a celebration of our friends in Mexico. Denim. We have the Chinese New Year denim, which we'll release in the spring, and then we'll follow it up in the fall with the Dia de los Muertos. And the idea here is that every year we'll update the leather patch with the new graphic, and we'll work with graphic artists to create something special for you every time. So that'll be a running style, but it'll only be available while supplies last and in the fall. So those are the ones to look out for. I don't have the samples here, but we will have the fall video not anytime soon, so don't worry.
Don't hold your breath.
Don't hold your breath, but the fall video will be coming out probably in the summer. So, yeah.
That denim, Dia de
los Muertos.
Was a very popular item. Like, it was way more. We knew, it was going to be quite popular, but when we were doing the meeting with, retail partners, wholesale booking time, that jean was very popular. It was way more than we thought, and so we're very confident and that you guys are gonna love it too.
Yeah, and this is one of those jeans that also I think came from the live stream community where we were just kind of talking about holiday themed jeans and kind of the stuff that we've done in the past. Chinese New Year, we've done like Christmas jeans before where we merged Christmas and Hanukkah together finally at long last. Those came together quite nicely, and so we're looking forward to this one, and I think this will be a fun one for the community out there. Rafael MC writes, "I need to get those Dia de los Muertos. Gotta rep my country." Well, we're doing it for you. We're doing it just for you, Rafael. BD writes, BRNG, I was watching a video of a woman in Japan single-handedly making a pair of jeans. What is your all-time favorite part/process of a jean to see done or that you always marvel at? So what's your favorite part of jeans production?
Like the sewing?
I guess anything from start to finish. What is a
buttonhole machine's pretty cool.
Garrett likes the buttonhole machine.
Yeah.
I mean, if you consider like the entire process, rope dyeing for sure. That is,
okay.
Like,
Okay. I thought we were talking about like the making of the jean.
From start to end.
Yeah,
I think weaving of the fabric is my favorite part.
I see.
Seeing that shuttle go back and forth
and especially seeing shuttle loom in works, and then like you go to the next room where like there's the the super high speed double with denim is just being made so quickly and so widely, like it's just you appreciate shuttle loom way more.
You see the evolution. Here's an old fashioned way and here's a modern way, and it's like they're very different. And that is pretty cool. man, both of those processes are processes that I probably would have answered.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to think, what is my... If I could pick another one out of those, I would... Number one for me, I guess, would be dyeing. I like watching that dye process. I like seeing the indigo bath. I like seeing the foamy parts of the indigo and just watching the colors change, you know, as the yarns are kind of being pulled up and down. What is my favorite process?
I think I know what your favorite process is. Aside from rope tying.
Okay,
But
you say it.
Sunfrization, no? You love seeing like
The
the big
yeah.
machines.
That's true.
The skewing
Right.
and singeing and
I like the fire. I like the big rollers, the steam coming up. Yeah, that's true. Maybe this is cheesy, but I like selling the jeans. My favorite process, part of the process is fitting somebody and, you know, educating them and, you know, kind of, especially with new guys, people who maybe they heard about raw denim, they're ready to jump in, and, you know, you get them in that right pair and they're ready to go. You know, they're just wide-eyed and you know, don't make fun of my wide-set eyes. It's genetic. But, you know, they're so excited for it, and so maybe that's my favorite part, you know, just fitting them and, you know, handing them that bag and walking them out the door and just being like, you go get them.
yeah.
You fade those jeans.
It's kind of like the sewing part. There's just so many little parts that it's hard to pick. But
right. If it's a sewing part or like production part, I like the leg turning machine.
Yes.
That's my favorite part.
That is a great invention.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this exists,
Yeah.
but there is a machine that is insanely huge.
Yeah.
We showed it on this week at Tate and Yoko.
Right. I mean, not everybody.
Yeah, go watch
watches
this week
everything.
at Tate and Yoko, and you
But
can
yeah,
see the leg
it
turning
just
machine.
turns the jeans inside out, and
Yeah.
it's just, you know, it's like I never actually thought about this portion of the production until I saw the machine.
Yeah.
And it's
Because
like,
it's
this is
after
genius.
pressing, because you have to press the jeans from the inside out so you can get that selvage, you know, nice and flat and clean. But like if you're gonna put your arm through the leg and pull it out, you're gonna have just one arm with you're gonna be like Morty in that episode, Rick and Morty, where he's got one big, giant, powerful arm.
Blue.
Yeah, because it'll be blue. So you need to have the machine. You just press on the button and ka-chunk, sucks the leg inside out.
But not for all jeans. Not it doesn't work on all jeans.
Oh, okay. Well, it should.
We had to turn the 40 ounce.
Oh well, the 40 ounces
Took me 15 minutes per leg.
That's not a real jean. Okay. Angelo, hey Bahzad and Risa. I did a mock media plan for Naked and Famous for my marketing internship this week and killed it. I'm spreading the good word of Naked and Famous one mock presentation at a time. Well, thank you, Angelo. You're doing the Lord's work. We appreciate you spreading the gospel, the good word of Naked and Famous Denim worldwide. Kenny Ingram, when I come to Tate and Yoko, can I pretend to be new to raw denim so Bahzad helps me? I'll end up slipping up and say something like, "This reminds me of my vintage green grass broken twill." Yeah, you know, I'll sniff it out and I'll be like, "Hey, you
know too much.
You know too much."
You can just pretend you know nothing. That's easy. Just go in the store and one of the boys will help you. They could pretend they know nothing and get the full...
Yeah.
Or you could just say that you're a big fan and I'll give you a tour of the whole building. So you could do that too.
There you go. You get a whole tour.
You can see how the sausage is made.
That's true.
Again with the sausage.
Yeah. Well, everyone wants to see how the sausage is made. I was wondering where fast fashion selvage is from. Is it from like new school machines? Nope. If it's selvage, it's coming from shuttle loomed. Shuttle loom. There's no way really around it.
Except that there are newer machines, but like if they're getting it the right way, then it's an old machine.
Right.
But there are machines like that nowadays that they, you know, they make salvage.
Like,
do you know how old the machines were that we saw?
I mean, most of them would have come from like the what years is it? Like
the newest ones would have been the 80s production ones. but there was nothing produced shuttle loom wise in Japan after the 80s.
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Jap27, do you get graphic artists from Mexico for the Dia de los Muertos patch pocket flasher? Some great artists out here. We absolutely did. So yeah, for the Dia de los Muertos, the point is to make it a all Mexican affair. So for this collaboration, we found a great tattoo artist who did some graphics for us, and then for future iterations, we will also work with artists from Mexico. Nicholas Vilpu writes, "Hey Garrett, what do you find most interesting about Japan so far?"
Well, of course, the denim aspect is probably the most interesting part of this trip. I've been to Japan quite a few times before, so I'm pretty used to it. But if I had to pick something that was not denim related, I'd probably say the rail system, because I'm a bit of a
rail head,
a rail fan, or if you could get even deeper and call it a foamer. Actually, I'm not a foamer.
What is
that's
that
like
word?
that's like a train nerd.
Oh, okay.
But
who would what's the guy?
That's a foamer.
Okay.
So the guys who hang out and wait to see like specific trains, that's
a foam.
that's
a foam.
yeah. It could be considered kind of a negative term, but I think so.
Is it?
Anyways,
like we can use that word, but you can't use that word. Kind of thing?
I don't know. Anyways,
Where does that word come from? Why is it?
I don't know. Maybe someone in the chat knows. But yeah, I do appreciate trains. I used to work on the railroad, so I have a little bit of train background. But if you say like, what model is that train? I'm gonna be like, I don't know.
You're more of a rail guy.
Yeah, but there's a lot of cool trains. Like you'll notice here, like first thing you notice is like the rail gauge is like narrower. So you're like, oh, it's like they have little tiny rails. They're like not as wide.
I guess the train cars themselves. Yeah.
The train cars are as wide, but just the gauge is like narrower.
Okay.
So there's tons of like small details that you notice. And also like the suspension here for the metro trains is like air suspension. Where it's like
don't know. In Montreal, the metro runs on tires
and wheels.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because it's horribly inefficient and super loud.
Yeah.
And it costs them probably an absolute fortune to change all those rubber tires all the time.
That's the point.
Yeah. Well, apparently they wanted to go with the French design rather than the American design, so they.
What is the point of having both?
They say that it has a smoother ride, apparently, but I disagree. But I'd say the huge advantage is it stops super quick. If you want to stop the train, because they have so much friction with those rubber tires, it'll stop on a dime compared to a normal train that will just slide.
That's a good advantage, I would have to say.
So for that's one big.
All right. Well, I'm glad you enjoy the trains and rail here.
Yeah, if you're a train fan, Japan is a great place to come because
100%. There's so many different trains.
No shortage.
No.
Right. Yeah. When you get into the metro system, like you can get on. Even the old cars are very, very well maintained. So like you don't feel like it feels nostalgic because it feels quite new but old, like in terms of condition. And then you get to like super modern train cars where like the seats look like they're airplane seats and they're great, like a premium economy business seat.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, and this is just the regular metro. It's like, yeah.
Well, in metropolitan areas, like we have newer trains.
Yeah. When
they, become older, they sometimes get sent to the rural parts because they don't abuse the train. Not abuse, but like they don't have to have like
they don't have as high wear on them. Yeah.
So, and if you travel to different parts of Japan, if you go to countryside, you might see like a much older trains, and that's kind of cool too.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And the Shinkansen is super super nice.
Yeah. Yeah, getting on that bullet train and going at 300 kilometers an hour and just zipping across the country is a pretty neat experience. That's for sure.
Once you get used to that, you're like, wow, we really live in the Stone Age.
I live here. Yes.
No, but every time I come here, I'm like, why can't we have this? Like, it just makes so much sense.
Especially in like the distance between Toronto and Montreal. Like those are big cities of Canada. Like, why don't you have a fast rail? That's
well, apparently it's coming, but I don't think it's going to be that fast.
Yeah.
It won't work. If they'll be like, yes, we'll have this ready by 2035 or 2040, and then it's like 2077. They're like, we just opened it 2 years ago, and we're gonna have to decommission this because turns out we didn't build it right.
By then, like maybe airplanes become more efficient.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to go to the airport.
Yeah.
You have to be there 2 hours early. You got to go through security, yada, yada, yada. You got to wait at your gate. And it takes an hour to fill the plane up.
That's the current problem. Maybe there'd be like a easier way to deal with
Teleporter.
No, Shinkansen, you show up 5 minutes before your train gets there. You put your ticket through. You walk on. Train gets there.
On time.
And if it's the beginning of the line, they do a little cleaning.
Yeah.
And then, or whatever. And then you get on, and it's so easy. And then you get off in the middle of town, too. They drop you off like downtown.
Yeah.
It's not the airport. You got to take an hour
It's
taxi.
True. So everybody come and move to Japan. We'll sponsor your visa.
What?
Yeah. Just put it in the chat here.
Put your info down there.
Yeah, we'll,
some kind of a scam.
No. We just if you love trains and denim, this is definitely a great place to be. Side note, we won't actually sponsor your visa. So you figure that out on your own. But to be fair, I don't need to, because for most of you, if you come to Japan, you get a 90-day visa on arrival. You get a 90-day tourist visa. You can't work, so don't try to do that. But
there is a nomad
there is
visa.
a nomad visa. Digital nomad visa
now. So maybe there are ways for you guys to come.
So if you're a content creator or something, you can. They'll let you in for a while.
How that works, but...
Look it up. It's a great country. It's a nice place to be. Magic24 writes, the rail system in Germany could also use an upgrade. Delays 24/7.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, at least you have one. In Canada, it just doesn't exist, really.
Right. Kenny Ingram writes, would Naked and Famous ever run a Wabash fabric? Would be amazing. Yeah. Garrett.
It's funny that you were saying that, because I was looking for Wabash fabric all this week.
Yeah. So
maybe.
There you go. Mr. Lawmaster 101. Where is Vinny, Terry, Vincent, Tristan, and the rest? Garrett.
I left them behind.
You left them behind.
Next time.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
He's working on it.
Yeah.
Clobber Online, the Tokyo Metro Company Maze. It is
amazing, and it's constantly evolving. They're adding new stations. New connections, new whatever. So it's very complicated, even compared to when I was a kid.
Yeah. There are a lot of English signs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so
Tokyo area definitely became fully English in terms of metro system.
Yeah,
for
every
the
single.
Yeah, the Olympics. So it's no problem for you guys. And now they have we were talking about this. They have the letter and number assigned to each line, each station.
Yeah.
At least in metro system. I don't know about JR.
So you don't have to remember station names necessarily. So you can just think
the color
and the line, and then, initials. So
and then the number.
Yeah.
You're just we're getting off at G10.
Yeah. Or H12, right? So
which I hate because I don't know any of them.
Right.
It's what does that mean?
But it's all in order. So it's
It's very simple.
If you need to go if you start at H12, you need to go at 3 stops. I guess which left or whichever direction you're going.
I think if you've never ridden the metro in Asia before, it would be very intimidating because it is kind of hard mode. But if you're used to it and you have Google Maps, it's super easy. You just follow the signs
but even the locals, born and raised here, but I still, because there's multiple ways to get to anywhere, so you still look it up, see what's the best time at that time, what's the best connection, what's the best whatever. So it's, you don't need to rely on your brain knowledge.
John Chan writes, which other Asian countries has Garrett visited?
Oh, hold on.
All right, Garrett's gonna answer that one in just a second. But before we answer that question, everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button. It will guarantee you a nice weekend. I promise you.
Wow.
If I could make one promise in my life.
There's a lot of scam message today going.
No, I promise you. Hit the like button. Your weekend will be blessed, and you will be rewarded with joy, and nothing but joy. by just hitting that like button. It's free. It's free to do.
It is free to
You
do.
tap it, smash it, whatever you like, however way you like to do it, but it will guarantee you a joyous weekend. So hit that like button, and now Garrett, you tell us where. Where else in the Asian continent have you been?
So first, I'll just say the reason I keep leaving is because I have to blow my nose. Because I already took my my allergy medicine, but I am allergic to cats. Someone was saying in the chat that I'm a cat guy, which is totally true. I love cats, and I love them so much that even though I'm pretty allergic to them, I will still pet them and love them. So, anyways, that's why I'm like leaving.
Yeah.
But anyways, so in terms of places that I've been in Asia, I've been all over mainland China. I used to live in Hong Kong. I spent a month in Thailand when I was 11 in Bangkok. Been to Saigon, Singapore, not yet to Taiwan. I think this summer I'll go to Taiwan. Of course, Japan. Is that it? I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been here, obviously. Been to Japan. I've been to Taiwan. Very nice place. Singapore.
Hawker Centers.
Hong Kong. I've just mainland China airport. I've never left the airport. South Korea. South Korea's a nice place to be. I've been there a few times. And Thailand. Did I say Thailand?
No.
If I didn't say Thailand, I've been to Thailand a bunch of times as well. All very nice places. I have to say, if you like any of those countries, hit the like button to show your support for any one of those countries.
And if you've never been to Asia, definitely you have to do it in your lifetime. If you've never, it's completely different. You got to try it. You got to come over here and check it out.
Yeah.
But see, like, do you feel there's, like, similarities between, like, Thailand and Japan, for instance? Like, we're both in Asia,
No.
but, like...
I mean, there's
Right,
some
like-
similarities.
Yeah, but it's, like, you know what I mean? Like
There's a
for
lot of
instance,
Japanese tourists in
America, Japan,
in Thailand.
Thailand. Like, what... Like, how close is, you know, Japan and Thailand compared to, like, Thailand and America or Thailand and Japan? Like,
No.
No, it's definitely different. I'd say like Canada and the United States are so similar, but
Yeah.
like,
Right,
Japan
yeah.
versus Thailand is very different, but they're both worth
Asian.
going. I mean, but if you could only pick one, I mean, pick one, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
If only pick one, then come to Japan.
Yeah.
There you go.
Japan is probably the most interesting because there's so many things here that people do differently than in the West. Like, I always think of like, you know, how we go for dinner and they have like a little machine and you choose what you want. So all the money and everything is basically done with the machine, and then all you have to do is give your ticket to the chef, and then he makes your food, you eat.
Yeah.
That's it.
I suppose.
But I mean, that's kind of like McDonald's.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
but
McDonald's
that's recent.
now,
That's
right?
recent.
You go to the fast food restaurant now, you got to press the buttons on the
right,
kiosk.
right.
Whereas Japan had a very analog machine,
Yeah.
probably since the 1970s, where you could just press a button for whatever you want. You got a ticket.
Yeah.
That took your order. You give it to the guy, and he brings you your food.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a fun place to be, and certainly we would love all of you guys to come and visit. Just not all at the same time, or what the hell?
We can handle.
Everybody come right now. Christian Cox writes, seeing the old Capsule Mark McNary tote bag in the background takes me back. Nice Easter egg.
Yes.
Guys,
I use this all
bag
the time
right
now.
here, this green bag. So back in the day, you want to show it? I love this bag. It's colorful. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Mark,
Bahzad used to use it all the time, and nowadays I use it
Yeah.
all the time.
So-
I don't know why, but-
So this SMTB, spare me the BS. Mark McNary has always been a good companion friend. We've known him back from many years ago. A trade show that we used to attend was called Capsule, and our friend Christian here worked for those people back in the day. And it was a wonderful trade show, and it showcased kind of the best of independent brands. And I would say from the early or like late 2000s to the mid 2010s, you know, that's where all the, I would say, the interest in the fashion world was being generated from. Everybody would come and showcase at the Capsule show. we were part of them from their very humble beginnings. Maybe 24 brands, and then they grew up, and they had a lot more brands coming through. But all of the buyers from all the best, the top shops in the world would come, and I guess you have to kind of be an industry person, but all the kind of the famous faces would walk through. You'd have the Colettes and all the Japanese buyers. Poggy and who else? What's his name? The bearded guy. Forget his name. Nick Wooster. So we'd see all these people coming through, and it was a very, very exciting time for fashion. So
they came because to find a new brand, new cool brand. So it was the height of exciting trade show times for a certain genre of fashion.
Yeah. But independent brands, independent creators. Kind of.
Yeah.
There was.
There was. As the show grew, it became more of a bigger.
Right. I remember when Arc'teryx Valence debuted, and they debuted at a very. You think
such a small booth.
We were. It was such a small booth, and we were in a. It was in a synagogue in New York, Lower East Side. Just a small venue. Tiny. I'm talking maybe 20 brands in here and just a tiny little booth, and that's how this giant corporation debuted, their highest end of lines. And that's kind of shows you they knew this is where kind of cool happened, right? And it was great to be a part of that. And we've made a lot of friends from that era that we still are friends with today. Anyway.
One might say that we got married because of those shows.
Yeah, we met at the Capsule show, that's for sure. And back in the day, I think industry, I don't know how many people in industry use this word, but I definitely did. There was a lot of stores that I would call capsule stores because half the brands or a bunch of the brands that they would carry were all from Capsule. And these were a lot of brands in my mind were that was a Capsule brand. And that's just how that works. Nowadays, in my opinion, there's nothing like this.
I mean, there are cool shows, but it all feels
I feel
not as exciting as Capsule.
I feel like one day there could be a documentary on this. Because for sure, number one, there was a lot of people taking photos and videos of those events. So there's footage of everything happening somewhere. Somebody's got an archive of it or pieces of, and just putting it together and just remembering that era of fashion in New York at the time. Very, very exciting. Everyone was on this hustle, and it was just, social media really wasn't all the way there yet. Facebook was still, follow us on Facebook. That was a cool thing to do, and Instagram wasn't there yet all the way. And so
there was a lot of paper line sheets, a lot of things that are no longer here.
Yeah. It was kind of the last of the analog. So a very, very cool, time in the fashion world.
I remember we would burn line sheets onto a CD, and I thought we were ahead of time.
Yeah.
And you started doing the USB keys.
Yeah, we used to buy bags of these things, and we would put our PDFs and Excel files on these, and just here you go. Here's our line sheets, and it was wow, on this little thing.
This is the future.
Yeah, it was crazy. Christian writes, I'm glad to see newsletters coming back, which is kind of like the blogosphere of those times. Yeah, it's funny how things kind of cycle back. Magic24 writes, what I heard lately that South Koreans don't smell, is that true? No, they have noses, so they have all the capacity to smell things unless they have a problem.
They don't smell as in they themselves don't. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Okay. But as far as I know, they have the capacity to smell. So, rumor.
Just because you have noses doesn't mean you can smell.
Right. My grandma had a nose, and she could not. She lost her ability to smell.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, she couldn't smell. But my understanding is that Korean people, unless there is a physical problem, that they can smell. So,
Of course.
Koreans in the chat, maybe you would like to confirm this, but I've heard nothing but I think everybody on the planet can smell.
I don't.
Hit the like button if you have the capacity to smell, and if you don't, there's nothing wrong with that. That is also part of life. Sometimes you lose that feature. Corey writes, "LOL. I still have large bag somewhere filled with USB sticks containing press releases from trade shows." Yeah, remember all the swag you would get from trade shows?
No, you need
Snowy's
to
really. You got to make a decision, son.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be? Okay. Jap27 with
cat bed here or something. in the corner.
Jap27 with the important question.
Wait,
How does
sit
Garrett
down.
feel about Wonder Looper?
How do you feel?
How do you feel about Wonder
It's
Looper,
great.
Garrett?
Wonder Looper's the best.
There you go.
Oh.
Right from
Go to the website right now. Do you have any stock even?
there's a little bit of t-shirts.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe.
Well, if you know me, you'll know I love heavyweight fabric, the heaviest, and that's what they make. So
There you go.
There you
There you go.
I like something substantial. When you feel it in your hands, you can feel the quality. You can feel, that you spent your money well.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. There is something to be said about something you hold it and you feel like it's something else.
Yes.
Yeah, it's heavy.
There's no question about that. Right. Emilio writes, Garrett, what was your overseas flight outfit?
Oh, I wore my Dirty Fade True Guys.
So we were
Because-
jean twins.
You know why? Well, yeah. Yesterday we were jean twins. The reason why is because I'm wearing a size 28 True Guy right now, and they fit so perfectly that I don't need a belt.
Okay.
And going through the airport with a belt is kind of a hassle. So I put my elephants and my the buffalo belt in my check luggage.
Yep.
And then I wore the True Guys on the airplane. So no belt, no problems with security.
Yeah.
And
I'm big on. I get professional flyer here. The outfit for the airport is, whatever jeans I'm currently wearing, which are usually comfortable unless I'm fat Zad, which I am currently in my current state. Shoes that go on and off easy. I've also because the TSA rules and whatever rules are constantly changing. Something that annoys me is like if you have shoes that show your ankles, sometimes they let you walk through the scanner with.
Don't wear boots.
Yeah, so I avoid
not,
that.
yeah.
I avoid something. I try to wear something that I can slip into easily, because I don't want to play that game of taking off my shoes, putting them on, lacing them up. If I can slip into them and slip out of them, okay. But yeah, sometimes ankles are showing. Okay, you can walk through. But sometimes you're wearing those shoes and they're like, take them off, and I'm like, okay, no problem. Here you go. You can smell my shoes. And then usually a hoodie. I'm big on hoodies. So I will wear a hoodie. Usually something heavier because where we are in the world, we're usually taking long flights, and those flights can kind of get cold. So I want to wear a big puffy hoodie so I can stay warm and cozy the entire time. I also like having the kangaroo pocket on the hoodie because you got your phone, you got your earbuds or whatever, all the little stuff that you need to have. I like to have it right here because I don't want them in my pockets. I don't want anything in my back pockets.
Sometimes it's also having a hood is useful if you want. You don't want to put your hair against dirty airplane seats.
Yeah.
I was wearing the Naked and Famous knit hoodie, the heather gray.
Right.
And for the exact reason that you mentioned. I didn't want to wear a hat because I usually wear hats because, my hair is short, so my head gets a little bit cold. But on the airplane, there's a chance I might, you're groggy, you might lose your hat, whatever. So I didn't bring my hat. But with the hood, I put the hood up.
Yeah.
Keeps you warm. Also, it kind of like reduces the noise a little bit because it's covering your ears slightly. And then just like you said, you have the pouch. And when I took off my headphones or whatever, I just throw them in the pouch.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can also put your hands in the pouch too to kind of keep them warm.
Right.
So yeah, the hoodie I think is the meta move for the airplane.
Yeah.
Hoodies are called bunny hugs. Like,
In Saskatchewan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a wonderful word. And also it's just that comfortable and, cozy.
Yeah.
I think they have different words for donuts too or something like that.
Really?
I'm not sure about that, but for those who don't know, very, very regional Canadian vernacular, and most Canadians wouldn't even know this, but in Saskatchewan, they call hoodies bunny hugs. And I think it's a wonderful term, and I wish it was a little bit more well-known across the great nation
we gotta
of
start
Canada.
calling them.
You should just make one.
We should
for
just
Wonder
call-
Looper called
Right.
the bunny hug.
The bunny hug.
Oh my god, that is perfect.
Done. Magi24 writes, Bahzad, what headphones do you choose for a flight? That's a good question. So, I have a pair of over-ear Sony wireless ones, which I sometimes travel with. I used to travel with them a lot, but I use them less so. What I like about them is, number one, they're wireless. Number two, they do come with a cord, so if I have to plug into the entertainment system, I can do that. But I do find myself using the entertainment system a lot less. Usually I'll just download whatever movies I want. I'll have it on my phone or I'll have it on my tablet. And I'm currently rocking these. So these are the wireless earbuds. They're the Sony WF-1000 XM4s. I had the XM3s, which I graduated to Risa recently. And now I use the XM4s, and these are really wonderful. They sound great and noise canceling and very, very compact. I like them because the XM3s, although compact, not as compact as these. Much more.
Yeah,
much
I
more
don't like
compact.
how it comes out of my ear a lot. Like it's so heavy on the. Yeah, but yeah, I just use everything that Bahzad graduates. From.
And I have a pair of I forget what they are, but they're these really cheap Chinese headphones.
The wired one?
They're wired ones. Sometimes you need wired ones, or like I'm playing Game Boy or something, and I need a wired a wire. So I have like some very cheap pair that works great, and they're not in ears. They're just on ears. They hang in. I forget what brand they are. Anyhow, I bought they were so cheap that I bought a bunch of them because I knew I was going to lose them on flights and stuff like that. And they just go in, and if you have to pull them out, you pull them out. And
and then on the long flights, like if you have a wireless one, like your battery might run out or something like that. So it's important to have a wired option also.
Yeah.
How is the quality difference between wired? Because I'm a wired man myself. I still haven't gone wireless. But I'm worried about the quality, of the sound being not good.
The quality, it all depends. If you have very high quality wired headphones, then they're going to sound better. If you have mediocre or low.
How much do you have to spend for the wired to be better?
It's hard because there's a lot of these Chinese manufacturers that make really high quality headphones that are
we'll have to
$80
go check some out
and
today.
up. And $50 to $80 you can get some really fantastic sounding ones. So it all depends. I own probably a dozen wired headphones. I've got a lot of earphones. I'm big on wired things too. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes just the travel convenience. I like to travel pretty light generally. I can travel for a month out of a small suitcase somewhere here. No problem, because I'm wearing the same jeans. I'm wearing the same, two shirts. I just need maybe 3 T-shirts and a couple of underwear. So long as I got laundry, I'm good. I don't need a lot of stuff. So I like to travel pretty light usually.
I cannot travel light.
Right.
It's okay.
I traveled so light one time. I came to Japan, and they almost didn't let me in. The first time I came to Japan, I'll tell you guys a quick story. But first time I came here, 2014 October. I just kind of did a last-minute trip. I brought my small Zero Halliburton briefcase. It's an aluminum briefcase about this big.
Briefcase?
Yeah, briefcase.
You look like a drug dealer.
Yeah.
So I just put in some socks, some underwear, a few rolls of film, had my Leica with me. That's it. And I showed up, and it was very quiet. And so, the security guy kind of oh, come over here. He's like, okay, where are you going? Oh, I'm just going to Japan. And he's like, it's your first time? Yeah. Do you speak Japanese? No. Do you know anybody? Who are you going to meet? And I'm like, no, nobody. And then he's like, he couldn't believe that I was coming here, didn't speak Japanese, didn't know anybody, and this was all I brought in this little briefcase.
Yeah.
And so he went through my whole thing. There's nothing bad in there.
Right.
And he's like, oh, okay, well, I guess you can go.
Right.
How
But,
long was your trip?
A week.
Yeah.
A week out of a briefcase?
Yeah.
Garrett's a monster. I once went to Paris in a tote bag.
That is
Yeah.
insane. You guys are
Yeah.
insane.
Well, to be fair, I was in Paris for maybe 4 days, and I wore the same jeans every day.
Yes, but-
I wasn't wearing socks at the time, and I had some like loafers that I was wearing, some boat shoes. So I wore the same ones.
That's kind of gnarly.
right. And then I had a change of underwear, and I had
One?
I had a couple.
Okay.
And then I think I was wearing one denim shirt the entire time. And then I wore the T-shirt that I had, and then I think I hit up like just a store there and bought an extra T-shirt, and that was it. I traveled, and I had the smallest laptop ever, just this tiny little thing. This is before like the MacBook Air. There was something called the Sony Vaio P, and it was like, dude, the whole laptop, including the screen, was like half the size of this keyboard. It was crazy, and that was good. I was very proud of myself. I was like, look at how light I can travel. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need much, really.
Yeah, but like, what if you? I don't know. I can't even leave a house without like having a big tote bag.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what if you need to buy something,
Yeah.
or what if like
Just
I don't
carry
know.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just I need to have my like tissues. I need to have my all kinds of
Yeah.
things.
I feel you. About these, Oliver writes, do the XM4s, these, block out all the engine noise on a flight? I mean, I think they do a pretty good job. If you really want to block out engine noise, you need the over-ears, which I think they're in there somewhere.
I the only times I love these are
The WF.
the flights. Like, it makes sense
Yeah.
to me.
If you want to
Flight.
block out all noise, you got to get these. These things, I think this is the XFWH, I don't know, whatever it is. There's a current model, which is like the 5s. I think this is like the last model before. This is WH1000XM4. I think there's an XM5 now in this one. But they go over your ears, and there's padding, and then there's like a feature where you like hold the button, and it like analyzes all the sound around you, and then it creates a profile to like block that kind of sound out. I think it does a fantastic job. But yeah,
And this one's so light because sometimes over the head earphones are
Yeah.
like really like heavy.
Yeah, and we have
This one.
we have the other ones too. Like
Yeah, the other one's a lot heavier.
yeah,
That's
like
why I like that one more.
we started off. Risa and I both had these. Like this is the original model, and these still work great. I think if you find these on sale or used, go and get a pair.
And it comes
And they come with all the adapters and
the adapters
the
that
cables.
you need. Sometimes on the airplane you need the 2-prong.
You
one.
rarely see those anymore, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's for like
and-
old airplanes.
Yeah.
yeah, but you never know. Anyways, it's in there, and it comes with the stereo, like the regular audio cable to plug it in. So if you want to run them off of your Walkman or your Game Boy, or just you can, or the in-flight you can. So I think these are really wonderful, great product, which I can wholeheartedly recommend.
That was the headphones.
There's the headphone section of the Naked Famous Denim Raw Denim live stream, the greatest denim live stream
Oh, that
in
would
the
be a
history of
cool
the internet.
Raw
Collaborate.
denim headphones.
I know. I've already thought about it.
Yes, the ear cups. Oh.
Yeah. What I would love to do is maybe reach out to a company like Fostex here in Japan, and so they have these wood, cups. And what we could do,
Go to Garrett's.
maybe if it's possible, is to make a headphone like this, and indigo dye the wood cups, and that would be they're not going to be cheap. They're going to be very expensive, but that would be my dream headphone.
All right.
Is to make that happen. So maybe I'll reach out to the good people at Fostex Corporation here in Japan and see if they would like to make that happen for us. But yeah, we're talking over $500 for headphones in this space. So anyhow, maybe there's some interest, maybe not. Okay. Francisco writes, lately I did a lot of ranch work with just the real gold. I'm not sure what that says. Laches and a white tee for a week. Poor real golds.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how you should wear them.
Yeah.
Just wear them hard. I'm not sure what maybe there's something lost in translation in my brain somewhere. But okay, great. I hope they worked out for you. I hope that's what you're saying. Okay. Andrew Forasal writes, Laches are cowboy boots. Oh, I see. So you wore your real golds, cowboy boots, and white tees for a week.
That's awesome.
That's
perfect.
That's a cool combo. Emilio writes, will the headphones fade differently from the music you listen to? Yes, that will be part of the design for sure. What kind of music will fade them more?
Dubstep.
Okay,
Yeah.
There you go. Pedro writes, Snowy is like Immy. Walk around the desk like I have a jean.
I'm a walk around the desk.
I see. Snowy is like I'm a walk around this desk like I have a jean. Oh, wait, do I have a jean? Now humans. Well.
Oh, I see what he means. Yeah.
He is a celebrity. That's for
Yeah.
sure, and he does have his own jeans. I do not have my own jeans. Garrett doesn't have his own jeans. Risa doesn't have her own jeans. Snowy, however, has...
How many animals in the world have their own jeans? Probably not that many.
Right, not very many at all.
Maybe even the first.
Yeah, maybe. There's
Right?
in Japan. There's Hachiko,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's Snowy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hachiko probably has.
probably a few products named after him. Yeah. Kenny Ingram writes, you need Garrett for all the live streams to translate all the Gen Z language.
Yeah, we got Boomzad here.
I'm Boomzad. Yeah, Boomerzad.
I'm not a Gen Z though,
Yeah.
but I can kind of read it.
Yeah, you guys told me what Riz was.
Yeah, on God for real.
Yes.
No cap.
All those things. True that.
True dat.
True that.
I think that's not even Gen Z. That's,
We were saying true that. I'm much looking forward to the MIJ12s. Love the light weights. The light weights is going to be 14, but we were actually...
Yeah. So MIJ 12, let's talk about it.
Okay.
It will be 16 ounce. 16, isn't it?
about that.
Yeah, hold on.
I mean, I don't know
I
for sure,
think-
but that's what it feels
I'm
like.
pretty sure
It's around that neighborhood.
It is around there. Anyways.
Okay. It's in that ballpark.
It's substantial.
It is substantial, and it's a green cast slubby denim. Do we have it here?
Here we go.
Yeah. It's not so obviously green cast in the beginning, but it will fade to more greenish indigo tone.
Yeah. I wish we had, because while we were on this trip, we were at one of the mills, and they had the indigo warp yarns, and they showed the progression, because like at start it looked very, very dark indigo like this, but as it faded down, you could see how much more green it got. But like you can kind of see it here, but it does become more green.
Yeah.
The more you wear this one down.
So this is what we call the do we call it that in English? Maybe not, but like the bottom
dye.
green cast.
Yeah.
So there's two types of green cast where you start off with like yellowish greenish dye at the bottom and put indigo over it.
Yeah.
And also the type where you start off with indigo dyeing, and then at the end you add like yellowish greenish topping.
Yeah.
So
top dye and bottom dye. So this is more of a bottom dye green cast. So you can see a slight hint of it, but it does reveal itself the more you wear it. Now, this is going to be coming out in May. We're going to have these released in May, and the production has just arrived or has arrived for a little bit at Tate and Yoko. But we just discovered something. We're gonna break some news to everybody here. Breaking news! Ding 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 ding. Insert graphic here. The True Guy somehow the factory forgot to put the embroidery here on the back pocket. And of course, the True Guy is still, it was only the second production of True Guys that we've done in Japan. So perhaps something got forgotten or lost in translation somewhere. But the True Guy edition of the MIJ12 will be missing the little Canadian embroidery. It wasn't on purpose. It was a little oopsie doopsie, but
there's not much we can do at this point. The jeans are in Canada.
Yeah. We're not going to send them back. So just be aware of that. But it makes for a rare occurrence.
100 years from now, the denim historians are going to be like, this one batch of MIJs, the True Guy fit only.
Imagine.
You can tell because it's missing the back pocket embroidery.
The funny, not funny part of that is that, yeah, maybe.
It's true.
Maybe, sometimes we look at these old jeans and we're like, yeah, during this period of time, they were rationing thread, so they painted on the design, right? Or like you'll find, old pair and there's no, embroidery, whatever, and they're like, yep, that's because the paint that was here was faded away. They didn't, they couldn't do it at the time. So, sometimes, or even like in the collectible world, I mean, video games or action figures or whatever, sometimes if there's a rare misprint or whatever, it makes it a little more sought after. So I mean, I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat it for you and be like, oh, you should buy them because they're gonna be rare one day. No, it's that's just part of the game, right? That's part of the game. Sometimes things don't go the way you always plan or anticipate it, but it certainly won't take away too much from the jean. But just know that the True Guy will be missing that little kiss of Canadian on there.
Yeah, and Garrett brought up a good point earlier that like some people might actually like it without the embroidery.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
hopefully
well, it looks good both ways, so I don't think you're really missing out on anything.
Right. Jeremy Didson, True Guy still the same price as the others without the embroidery? I'm gonna go with yes.
I knew someone was gonna ask that.
Because we paid the same price too. So it's just a mistake.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with yes. I mean, what do you want me to take $1
Here's
off?
$1.
It's just it's so. I don't even know how to.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not getting it all. But like, what? Come on, it's just it's a little thing. Okay. Devin Hurt writes, did the Cola Man and the Milkman pants and jacket and will the classic Mailman pants and jacket be coming out? You did the Cola Man and the Milkman pants and jacket. Will the classic Mailman pants and jacket be coming next? Okay, so we did the Cola uniform.
What's the milk?
I don't think
a white one would be cool.
Yeah,
like a white pinstripe or something.
The answer to that is, at some point we will look at things like that, and it will come. It will make
Maybe we'll do the Milkman with the Wabash man.
Yeah,
We can a white and a blue. That would be nice.
Did the Milkman wear
back in the day? Milkmen had uniforms.
Was it white though?
Let's go on a tour through Google. I don't know if you guys have ever been on this website yet, but it is.
I'd maybe search it before you.
Okay, yeah. Let's. Who knows what comes up? Milkman uniform.
Yeah.
You're right. You're not wrong.
Okay, it is white.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. This seems familiar.
So let's take a look at this. In black and white, it appears that the uniform is black and white, but in fact, they are white. I don't know what I was trying to make some kind of joke.
We wouldn't have been able to tell if it was a faint pink or faint blue, but I'm gonna go with white.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'm sure they varied, but white seems like look at that. That guy looks pretty handsome. I think it's fair to assume that white was the way to go. I think it was very. At the time, one way that a lot of, food-based industries, and this I think still carries on today, would show their cleanliness and their hygienicness, if that's a word, would be to wear white uniforms. I think it could be interesting if we could find maybe a vintage one and try to recreate it that way. I am on the... I want to make a white denim. Like, I was thinking like painter cloth, painter denim, like, that realm. That's in my mind. So that's something that will come eventually, just like a stark white, but like workwear based fabric. So that's in the realm. So I could see us doing zip chore coat and something like that, and it looking really sharp. And you can get your Milkman vibes on, and maybe that's you know what? Remember the old phrase? It was the Milkman. Maybe that'll get you. You'll get some Milkman Riz and get all the ladies. The ladies love the Milkman. I hear.
Milkman or pool boys?
Milkman, pool boys. What about the mailman?
You don't talk about mailman.
You don't really talk about the mailman so much. Maybe because the mailman doesn't show. The mailman shows up too often.
Oh.
I don't know.
Milkman comes every day, no?
No, maybe not every day, but regularly. I don't know.
Really?
Ladies in the chat who are around for Milkmen, tell us, what was the appeal of the Milkman?
Sometimes I walk down in Japan, like, there's still, like, I think my grandparents' house had a milk this... Like,
our house does.
Is that for
That's
milk?
for milk.
Really?
Yeah. That's for milk.
Wow.
When I lived in Toronto when I was a kid, our apartment had the thing for the milk. Yeah, it had the thing for the milk, and I also had the ironing board built into the wall.
Really?
Yeah.
To the wall?
Yeah, so they would have like this.
Oh, like
it
comes down.
Yeah, it would come down, and so it was built in.
I've seen that in a hotel or somewhere.
Right,
Yeah.
but yeah, we would have the little the little door for the milk, but obviously there were no milkman anymore. But yeah, we used to have those.
I think there's still some... Oh, Aphex Twin, yes. I thought about that too.
Right? What did he say?
It's a song.
You gotta
There's
read it.
Aphex Twin. Aphex Twin has a good song about the milkman. Yeah, it's a little twisted, I would say. But
Okay.
All right.
We'll have to check
I
it out.
do like Aphex Twin.
All right. Well, there you go. Yeah, we will have more uniform-based outfits, so we can all live our... we can all LARP in style. We can all LARP in style.
No, we've been talking a lot about white denim.
Yeah.
Like a pure white denim on this trip.
Yeah. So it's coming. I don't know when and where, but it is coming. Jeremy Didson writes, in America, the milkmen used to wear all white. All right. Well, there you go. Unedited writes, is the weird guy fit the same as the unbranded brand tapered fit? It's
similar.
Yeah, it's in the realm. They're based on, it's based off of the weird guy, so it might have some slight variances here and there, but it is basically the same. Kenny Ingram, I love my 11-ounce white stretch selvage.
Oh, that was like 2015.
That was a while
maybe,
ago. Yeah.
Something like that.
I remember when white jeans were very like streetwear trendy. Yeah, and there was a lot of our streetwear accounts were into those ones. I used to have a power stretch. I think we called it ivory power stretch.
Even though it was not ivory,
No.
it was white. But you couldn't call it that.
Foresight, guys. I knew.
Very smart.
There was a problem, and I saw it, and I went whip. I just went right around it. I wasn't gonna get in trouble with that one. If there's a problem, I'll solve it. Yeah. Cathedral ring with the skulls. Yeah, we would have been toast. That would have been dead. That's a deadly mistake. I would love in a crew brown striped selvage jean. That sounds amazing. That sounds awesome. There will be some more striped options coming soon too. You'll see. I've got some great corduroys picked out. There's right now there's a lot of fabrics that this week we're gonna be I guess next week we'll probably get a lot of swatches and stuff brought in. So we've got to sort through some of our findings and build some collections.
Yeah.
Magic24 writes, I stopped wearing super light colored jeans. I always get them dirty. Garrett liked to say they're patina magnets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, don't live in fear.
Yeah.
Just wear them. The more ketchup and hot dog juices and stuff that gets spilled on your jeans, the better they're going to look. Think of it like a vintage pair of work pants.
Right.
When they get even these, you got all the little bits of glue and ISO and stains and stuff. I think it really just adds to the pair. Some people are like, why are you wearing dirty jeans? And I'm like, these are fresh out of the wash. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. They are clean. They're
very clean. Yeah. They just look dirty.
Yeah.
But it's like a haircut, Sometimes there are awkward points between, a good point, clean brand new to you have a couple of stains, not quite cool patina yet.
Yeah.
You gotta power through.
Yeah, you have to power through.
All right. Arif writes, can corduroy be salvage? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. So
can anything be salvage?
No, not anything.
Like the Frankenstein, for example.
Jacquard.
Yeah, no jacquard salvage. So there's a couple things here and there. Yeah, Frankenstein is technically a jacquarded denim. So, there's some limitations, but there's a lot of things can be. Sometimes it's like, is it worth it?
Yes.
Sometimes it's a matter of, is it worth it? So yeah, there could be a huge cost difference. Not only is the fabric more expensive, it's also half the size. So there's a big trade-off there.
And it's hard, the certain weight or certain compositions cannot be done because, maybe technically can be done, but the mills are not going to change all of the things about the, limited machine to weave a few rolls. So.
Yeah. Kenny Ingram, Kiko salvage. The Kiko is a jacquarded denim. Or a jacquarded fabric, so no salvage on that one. Stephen Kopelcam reading our minds here. He's got some telepathic powers. Natural seed denim with fox fiber weft, please.
Wow.
It's already in the works.
It's right on.
Yeah.
Also, because I feel like most people would ask for the other way, but yes, we actually.
That's it. Unagi, they call
Unagi.
it. That's it. DC, Daniel Carmen, Over the Rainbow. Love this trio in the house. Daniel Carmen, guys, we got to talk about something here. Because Daniel Carmen is the proprietor of a wonderful store in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, my hometown, Over the Rainbow. And they're soon to be celebrating their 50th anniversary. 50 years of selling jeans to good Canadians and even non-Canadians alike. They don't discriminate, not at Over the Rainbow, not with a name like that. Impossible. Over the Rainbow, they sell jeans to all the good little boys and girls, and for many, many generations now, celebrating 50 years. And a couple weeks ago, we were talking about how can we make something special for Over the Rainbow for their 50-year anniversary. And so there's a couple of things converging here. I'm not going to give it all away because we're still talking about it. We're still putting this idea together. But remember, we were talking. BD might even remember here. We were talking about Canadian-made selvage, Canadian-made denim, and it just doesn't. It's not made anymore, right? All the mills have closed. Some people don't even realize that selvage denim was not just made in America, but also made in Canada. We have some old, Beaumarchais, which is Brandon's grandfather's business. Old Beaumarchais workwear garments made with selvage denim. We still have them. And so I always wanted to do a repro of a Canadian denim. And I think we're going to do something like that with the good people at Over the Rainbow. So we're going to make something special for 50-year anniversary, an all Canadian affair. It's anyhow, it's in the works. Anyhow, we'll have some more details soon. But I don't think anybody has ever. Anytime you see repro fabric, it's obviously from the big, the companies that you know. But there's the history of like they don't call it the Canadian tuxedo for nothing. You know, there was some amount of Canadian brands, and for a long time, I would say even up until like 2010, there was still we're the last ones making jeans in the country in any meaningful way. I'm sure there's some people here and there that they make small batches, small lots, but like as far as like a factory, we're the only ones operating a factory. But 15 years ago, we weren't. There were a lot of factories, and they were making for big brands. They were making for, the brands and there was still Canadian production happening for the Canadian brands that existed at the time and well into our history. So to bring something back, I think is kind of special, and just to look at our heritage as jeans producers, a jean producing nation. We don't give ourselves enough credit for that, and I think we can do something pretty cool. And believe me, when I saw this fabric,
you got so excited.
I'm the only one in the world, I think, who would get excited for this, because like it was a very
I'm sure you're not the only one. Hopefully you're not the only one, but it is a very Canadian thing. I can't really relate.
Right, but still, something we're gonna do something special for 50 years of jeans selling jeans in Canada.
That's a big.
Canada is like 150 years old. Canada's not an old country. And so to even have a business operating in Canada for 150 years, for 50 years, is pretty special. That's pretty special in and of itself. But so there, it's coming, and it's gonna be amazing. And I'm gonna pay tribute to my home and native land with these jeans.
Ooh, that was a good little reference there.
You like that?
Yeah.
You like that? Galactic Moonshine writes 2 questions. How do I clean my amazing cotton Melton work shirt without shrinking it or losing the softness? 2, can we have an elephant overall update? How do you clean your work shirt? Cold water, hang dry. That's the best way to handle that, or wash it by hand.
With hand,
yeah.
Like just be gentle as you can be with it, and you'll be fine.
That's the best way to handle that.
Just don't clean it.
Garrett with the just don't clean it advice.
Is it really that dirty?
It depends on
what'd you do to
what
it?
The stain is.
Yeah.
Is he talking about stain?
Oh, is it stain, or is it like
I would
honestly
just general
for,
cleaning? I mean,
for my jackets and flannels and stuff, like they just never get washed. Like it's not like they smell or anything. You just Like when's the last time you washed like one of your like big jackets?
Big jackets, they don't get washed.
The only thing I've washed is like Canada Goose, because I bought it like secondhand or whatever, and I'll get it dry cleaned.
Yeah,
but
I'll get like big coats dry cleaned every two seasons or whatever. Like
right.
Two
it depends on how much wear they get.
Yeah.
Living here and working here, I don't go outside very often, so my heavy jackets especially get almost nowhere. If I wear it like all winter every day, I would wash it at the end of the season.
Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, it's if you don't feel comfortable never washing it, then just be gentle and you'll be fine.
Yeah. What's going on here? A Riff gave some advice to Spencer's mustache saying...
Oh, sorry, to just go back to that really quick. That Melton, I think what you're talking about, is 100% cotton. So it's not going to shrink like wool Melton. Yeah. It's not a wool Melton, although Melton's almost always wool. This one is cotton.
Yeah.
But even if you cold wash, like hand wash a wool
Melton, I
like
wash
it's
my
fine.
wool sweaters, Yeah,
you just like lay flat to dry.
Yeah.
You're all good.
Avoid the high heat.
Yeah. Heat and agitation.
Yeah, but just to comment, Spencer's mustache writes, thanks for the mutton head tip, Arif. I ordered the Craftsman I've been waiting for. Oh, the maybe mutton head has the Craftsman selvage already available. We're planning on releasing that one on May the 3rd. So not next Friday, but the Friday after, Craftsman selvage. We'll get that one out on our end soon. But if you want to grab them early, of course. You can check through some of our retail partners. People like Blue Owl Workshop or Muttonhead, they get things they get things and they put them up pretty quick. The reason why we don't often have, like, we're the last ones is because sometimes the production, the way it comes in, like, we might get a weird guy, true guy in 1 week, and then 2 weeks later we get, you know, the rest of it, and then a week later, you know, maybe the jacket comes in. So not everything always comes in at once, and some of our retailers, they might have ordered only one fit or whatever. So we ship those out as we get them, but we like to release everything all at the same time, just so it's like a nice, neat little package. And we also want to make sure that all of our retail partners get everything before we put it out, just to, you know, make sure that we're not jumping the gun on them, because obviously we get everything first. So, you know, we want our retail partners to have a chance to sell the products as well. So,
but also we don't want to mix the releases also. Like, you know, like we want to release one thing 1 week and then, you know, another item at least a week apart. Yeah. Maybe more.
Yeah. Tide, Arif writes, for cleaning, Tide antibacterial spray instead of washing. There you go. It kills the bacteria.
Or just put it in the sunshine. Just take it out, let it blow around in the wind, some sunshine. That does a good job.
The sunshine cures all. Christian Cox writes, has Naked and Famous ever considered making a U.S. Navy-style denim pant? The nice drapey ones with the Baker pant style pockets.
I like those ones, but a lot of the things that you see on the market like that are like very, you know, it's either vintage or vintage-fied by that. I mean, like it go through like a finishing process so that it is like super soft and drapey. We don't do a lot of like intentional distressing of the fabric as a brand, so that might be hard to like make that product right away, but we could make something that is the original form of those pants, you know, like before all the, you know, softness comes in,
like how
and you can make that happen yourself by wearing it and washing it.
Galactic Moonshine, I spilled Pepsi on it and take care of 30 cats at an underground cat sanctuary. Sometimes I must clean garments because of the cats. Yes, you should definitely. In this is a scenario where you clean, no question about it. But gentle wash, gentle detergent will be more than enough, and hang dry, and you will be fine. BD writes, elephant with a rough Texas short staple warp, please and thanks. You got it, BD. You got it.
Ask nicely, and you probably will get it.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Writes W5 writes, we know about Strauss, so Levi's in the USA. We know about Strauss in the US, but what was the first ever Canadian jeans? That's a good question. There's a company called Silver, and I believe they started in 1911. Silver from Winnipeg. They're still around. Now I'm sure they started as more of a workwear style company, but they're definitely more fashion related, and they unfortunately don't make jeans in Canada anymore. I remember my first flared jeans were a pair of Silver jeans that I bought at Jean Machine. Jean Machine in Mississauga, Ontario. I had to buy them from the girls section because they didn't have flared jeans for men. But Silvers, they're still around.
1911, huh?
1911. I think they have also a subline called 1911. Let me see if they're
on the internet.
They're probably on the internet somewhere. Silver jeans. So yeah, they're. Which button do I press?
No, the white one.
Okay, so let's just say, are you? The right Silver jeans site. Yeah, so they're very different from the kinds of products that we make, but just to give them a little light, a fellow Canadian, 1921. There you go. Learn how our century of denim leads to better craft, quality, and style. So I guess you could learn more about their history on the website. But Silver Jeans Company in Canada, I believe that they are. I don't know if they're the first, but they're certainly the oldest and or even longest existing denim company in Canada. I cannot think of one that would be older than that, Canadian-wise. There was a company in Canada that no longer exists anymore, and a brand that I have a lot of nostalgia for. So this is the Great Western Garment Company. 1 second. GWG, the Great Western Garment Company. This was Edmonton's Great Western Garment Company.
Edmonton.
From Edmonton, yeah. So the GWG story. So this brand no longer exists. They were bought by Levi's in the 90s, but they were around from 1917 to 1953. Early expansion. When did they start?
I told 1911.
1911. Okay, so that's
that.
where my 1911 brain. So I was mixing things up a little bit. Was a boom year for Edmonton. So the Great Western Garment Company on January 30th, 1911, established. So there you have it. That again, probably not the first jeans company in Canada, but certainly one of the oldest. But yeah, no, unfortunately, they no longer exist anymore. DC writes, Daniel Carmen, incorrect. Silver jeans started in 1991. The parent company Western Glove Works were making jeans in 1921 privately for other brands. Okay. Well, there you go, Daniel Carmen.
The knowledge.
With the knowledge. Yeah, he's I'm sure very friendly with the Silver family. Silver is the name of the family. Runs that company.
That's a good last name.
Yeah, it's a good last name. Mike Drop 37. Word on the street is that Garrett is starting his own salvage denim company that specializes in 32-ounce denim. Garrett, do you want to deny or confirm those vicious rumors here and now on the Naked and Famous Denim live stream?
I wish. That would be sweet, but I know people are asking for it, but it's making 32-ounce jeans is not as easy as you might think. It's
there's a reason why you don't really see them out there.
And also, like, as much as in this community we want this product, it is an incredibly niche product that even if you want it, you might not enjoy wearing it. It's barely practical. I'll say that. It's barely practical. So
unless you're Garrett.
Unless you have to be really determined. It is a lifestyle and a half. Like I'd say even regular raw denim is a lifestyle, but wearing the 32-ounce, you have to be like slightly crazy and like willing to just torture yourself a little bit, I'd say, in the pursuit of fades and denim greatness. But
no, we want, like, it's not like we don't want to make it. It's just, it is difficult.
It is a challenge.
It's, and then at scale too, like it's
exactly.
And the price point. I mean, back when they were sold, they were, I think, $545
and we used to sell them at not a high margin, just to keep them in the, like, we want to put these in the hand. Like, we knew this wasn't a moneymaker for us. This was, we want to make it and get it into the hands of the people who are going to love it. So anyhow, that was kind of the way we dealt with that. But
the thing is, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, but it's not. So
if it was easy, we would have 40-ounce. Years ago.
and the thing is, as someone who's worn, I have 2 pairs of the 32-ounce, faded them both. The sweet spot is really 20 ounces. Around, I'd say max 25. 18 to 25 is like where you want to be. Like if you want that heavyweight experience, that's really where the best one, because once you get over 25, it starts to be kind of like not very practical. And
you wore the 40-ounce, so.
And the 40-ounce is like, I mean, the 40-ounce is gonna come, and of course I'm gonna wear it. I'm a little nervous, to be honest. I might kind of rotate, like, wear them in the office during the week, and then weekends wear my normal pairs, because the 40-ounce is like ridiculous. The 32-ounce is, it's like daily driving. A Lamborghini is like the 32-ounce, but the 40-ounce is like daily driving a Formula One car. Where you could do it, it's just gonna not be fun at all. But it's more of a concept than anything.
Daniel writes, Daniel Carmen, I worked at the Silver Jeans factory, and the last days they were still made in Canada.
Oh, wow.
All right, well, there you go.
That's a great experience.
Absolutely. Okay, C. Francisco writes, what do you think about some sort of pre-order custom Naked and Famous jeans? Like the 36-inch inseams, which we should talk about, but with fits like choosing a fabric for a specific Naked and Famous fit, like made to measure or something. Well, we make everything practically. The reason why I don't like made to measure is because of the inconsistency, right? When you're making literal one-offs, sometimes the measurements can fluctuate a little bit more or less, and I don't like doing it. And the other reason why I don't like doing it is just pure inefficiency. Because if I need to make 50 pairs of something, you set up the production line for 50 pairs of something, so you have all the machines, everything has to stop, you have to thread all the machines to the proper thread, and if you're making enough jeans, the time to do all that is not really a problem. But if you have to make one pair, you have to take all the machines in the line and change all the thread to that whatever thread that you're doing. You have to cut one jean instead of cutting a stack of fabric, or you have to cut one layer of denim. So everything that you do that you could have been doing for 50 or 100 or 300 or 500 pairs of jeans, you're doing it just for one. So the multiplier of time cost just grows exponentially, and it just makes it not worth it. Like the cost in your jeans, of course, is the fabric and the production time, but the production time is based off the efficiency. So if it's just inefficient, you're just going to get a more expensive jean
for not much more anything else.
Yeah.
It's also like the thing about jeans is it's a casual wear. It's not a suit. It's not a wedding dress. Like, it doesn't need to be like tailored to you. Like, it doesn't need to have like all these special features. It's just like everyone's clothes. Like, I like that about jeans, and I think that comes with it, with this this culture.
Yeah, you definitely don't need it. That's something. It's like between all of the fits and all the sizes, there's going to be something that fits pretty much everybody, unless you have some crazy extreme proportion.
Yeah, and in that case, you also always have an option to like have it tailored. Like if your needs are very different from, but like again, like I just like just the idea of like more casual wear that it's. It's like if it's a little bit too loose in the west, so what? Like you just wear it loose.
Right. Okay. And speaking of proportions, great segue, by the way. Have to say so myself. You asked, we listened. 36-inch long inseams not available for pre-order. So if you are a tall guy, we have tall 36-inch long inseams for you, available in the left-hand twill and the solid black selvage. This is our best-selling indigo, and this is our best-selling black. And this is for us to run the test. You guys asked. If you want long inseams, this is your time to buy them.
And I have to say, so far, it hasn't been...
Underwhelming. It's been a little underwhelming. Because,
I don't think that these, I'm sure these people who bought them or who pre-booked them were the ones who were loud and wanted it, and I'm happy that you're getting it, but those people who ordered, we're gonna make them. But my point is that I would get emails and people will say, "Oh, I would buy a dozen pairs. I'd buy 5 pairs right now if you make."
Some guy said 50. Yeah, literally said 50.
So please, if you want us to make it, this is your chance to show that you want it to be done, and if somehow between now and the end of the pre-order we sell a lot and we see that, hey, there's actually real demand for this, then we will maybe start introducing more options as just part of the regular assortment. But if there isn't, then I'm gonna put this to rest and probably won't do it again. We were doing, Risa and Garrett and I were just looking up the stats on tall guys, and it was like guys over 6'4" are like,
you're 0.5%.
Yeah, you're
in the 99.5 percentile.
In America.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah.
So
it's not,
America's pretty tall.
Right. Exactly. America is one of the tallest.
And then over 6'5", I get it. If you're 6'5", you're 6'6", you probably, maybe you need it in, like, you could, Like a 34-inch inseam might just hit you right, but you won't have room to cuff. So I get it. Maybe you need to cuff. If you're 6'6", you're like less than half a percentage of the population. Less than half a percentage of the population. And I feel for you. I get it. You're a tall person. I understand. But if this is you, and you always wanted a good pair of raw denim jeans that you could cuff, okay, we've got that option. Yeah. At least from us, we're gonna have you covered. So
vote with your dollars.
Yeah. So tall dudes.
And it's not even that much more expensive.
I think I charged $3 or $6 more for it, something like that. Not much.
It's not like long guy.
Yeah.
Where, like you have to,
there was a lot more fabric needed for that. But so check it out. Or if you just want stacking that isn't the long guy, and to be fair, you can't order that anymore. You have that option for you as well.
Yeah,
so,
but act now.
Yeah, act now. Yeah. BD, with the Wiz in the house, shout out to he and the crew for all your great This Week at Tate and Yoko content. I can speak for many of us who look forward to the episodes and appreciate them.
Oh, thank you. If you guys have like ideas or feedback, feel free to leave a comment on the videos, because we do look at all the comments, and Bahzad and I and Terry, we're always trying to kind of brainstorm new stuff to talk about, new stuff to do on the show. So if there's anything that you guys like want to know or want to hear discussion about,
who could that be?
Another guest?
Another guest.
Maybe. Is it Garrett? Maybe it's Vincent.
Yeah.
Maybe Vinny's here. You know what I'm saying?
So definitely let us know, because I love, I try to make every show a little bit different.
Terry is here. Terry is in the chat.
Hey,
there you go. So that was the alarm for Terry entering the chat. It is.
Yeah. Next time we need to get Terry out here.
Yeah. Terry, you're on notice.
Fun.
You gotta come. Chris Correas writes, how many long guys were sold? I think 13. 13 pairs. So yeah, people ordered them.
Is that more than the 36-inch inseam?
Yes.
Yeah, we've sold more long guys than the 36-inch inseam. So yeah, not too many. But yeah, for those people who said you buy multiples, let's make it happen.
Terry says we didn't burn down the store.
Excellent.
Yet.
Yeah. You have a couple days. You can do it, Terry. You can do it. Chris writes, Garrett actually pulled off the long guy. Yeah, not gonna lie. You did.
You know what this means? The NG.
Yeah, not gonna lie.
Oh, so
yeah. I figured. Yeah.
But yeah, like how long did it take you to put on those?
Oh, it's not that bad. You just have to like scrunch them up as you go. But to be honest, it's super uncomfortable because it like really squeezes on your leg, that extra fabric.
Yeah.
So I hope no one bought these with the intention of actually like stacking them and wearing them around town, because
no, I get people are gonna have these as collector.
Yeah, it's a collector's item. It's. You know how funny though would it be to have someone over to your house and you're like, yo, check out my new jeans, and then you whip them out. Like,
yeah, they're cool. You know what? Like, those rodeo jeans and like things that they made for promotion, like these vintage jeans that were made for promotion, they're so cool. Yeah. And like, cool. If you find a pair of like vintage one, I mean, like we're not making a vintage one, but
someday
they'll be vintage. But those promo pairs are so valuable. And there's like, if you're a denim collector, denim lover, like you want one of those. And like, if I could ever find one at a good price, I'm gonna buy it. I'm just, again, this is for people who are like, I'm gonna buy it. I know this is clothing for me to have, not for me to wear. But it's just one of those. If you're fascinated by it, it's wonderful. Yeah. And who wrote it? Emilio, did you get any hem requests for a 69-inch on the long guys? I don't know why anyone would do that. No idea. So no, we haven't. Everyone who ordered them wanted them in the full long strong. They're long and strong. Yeah. Long strong guy. Long strong.
Honestly,
and
the
down
strong
to
guy
get
might
friction
be
on.
More wearable because it's
that
you stacked it.
Long strong down to get the friction on. For the fades. For the fades.
Literally get the friction on.
Yeah, for the fades, guys. Shout out to Sir Mix-a-Lot. I'm gonna credit him for our love of peaches.
Why?
Because that's it. He's responsible.
Maybe we can get Sir Mix-a-Lot in our jeans. We did have
I think he passed away.
Rick Ross. Oh, that won't stop us.
That won't stop us. We'll reanimate him and Michael Jackson.
And then we'll get him in the Frankenstein jeans. The undyed ones.
All right.
Undyed. Oh, there you go. Undyed. We're gonna undye him. But Rick Ross was wearing our jeans.
Yeah, with the flasher on too.
Where? When? When did that?
I don't know.
happen?
He came into the New York store.
Oh, really?
Right.
Bought a few pairs, and then he was at a concert and he was wearing them with the flasher on.
What did he?
I think it was the deep indigo selvage. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Maybe someone in the chat knows, but the New York boys told me about it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Rick Ross, the boss.
Mm-hmm.
He bought some jeans from us. Well, there you go. I didn't know that.
Now you know.
Now I know. I know that James Bond wore our jeans in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That was No Time to Die.
There's also a
No Time to
famous
Die? That was
football
it.
player too who came to our store. Actually, they ordered from Tate and Yoko, and they ordered a crazy amount of jeans, and I thought it was fraud.
Oh.
So I canceled his order because it was super suspicious,
Yeah.
and they were kind of mad. But anyways, they understood because it was just really weird.
He's like, yeah, I do actually want 35 pairs of jeans.
No, he was buying like Easy Guy, all size 40, and like I'm not even joking,
like all
like
of
30
them.
pairs of jeans, and I was like, there's no way. And then so they ended up going to the New York store, and the boys were really excited. I don't know this guy. I'm not a sportsman. But apparently he's like one of the best, if not like the best football players right now. Like super big guy.
Joe Montana.
No,
All right.
I don't know. Maybe someone.
Like current?
Yeah, current guy. Yeah. And
Taylor Swift's boyfriend is
No.
one of the best.
well,
Maybe
that
he's
was not him.
Oh, I see.
But
For
anyway,
That's as much
all you American
football.
football fans out there, your guys are probably just like cringing at us right now.
Yeah.
I don't know
I do not know.
anything
I don't know anything.
about football. I just know John Madden and Joe Montana and Doug Flutie.
I don't know. We'll have to ask one of the.
Brett Favre. Brett
No,
Favre.
that's
I
not
don't
him.
know any of those.
These are all old players.
Tom Brady. I
Tom
can
Brady.
Name him that.
Also wasn't him. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe someone in the chat knows, or maybe we have to ask the New York
We'll
boys
have
who
to
it
ask
was.
the New York guys. If it was a big guy, probably Leonard Williams.
No.
I mean,
no.
aren't they all big?
He's a big guy. I think this guy is like a defense guy or something. I don't know. He's super.
Wow.
Vincent?
Very popular.
Vincent? Mike Drop 37. Risa, Bahzad, and Garrett, what would you recommend for my first pair of black Naked and Famous? The black trunks, non-DBZ jeans, or the Michael Myers, both releasing this fall winter? Well, the Michael Myers won't be black. And the trunks, like the Shinigami selvage, that's a good one. Alternatively, the solid black selvage is a solid. Do you need cash?
No.
Oh, okay. The solid black selvage is a solid choice.
Yeah, and you can get it
every
now.
time, and you can get it right now. That's it.
The Shinigami would probably be my second pick if you want something a little heavier.
Okay.
Yeah, I just get whatever's available now, and then you can be fading it now. I'd say don't wait.
Yeah. Okay. Cathedral Ring writes, Kelsey only wears gas station owner garments. Is Kelsey an owner of a gas station? Perhaps
Gas
that's
station
why.
has some pretty cool clothes,
Yeah.
like the t-shirts with like the wolves and stuff on it.
What did I?
It's probably a post.
Is it big?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. I gotta let's do a live unboxing of what was just delivered.
What just came?
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh boy.
I don't even know what it is.
I think it's my Kill Bill poster.
Oh.
So this is a piece of art. Yeah, I might need a knife here. As you guys know, I collect, among many things, posters, movie posters, and such. And this was a limited print movie poster that unfortunately I couldn't get when it was released because they sold out in a matter of moments. So I had to go to the resale market and pick it up there. And luckily I got an okay price on it. So sometimes even me, I have to buy things with that resale price in mind. So let's see if it's cool or not. I think it's pretty cool. Let's see here. I know everyone's excited. Spencer's Mustache writes Fluty Flakes. Yes, Doug Flutie had his own frosted flakes. They called them Fluty Flakes. Okay, we're gonna need some help here.
I'm gonna message the New York boys and see if they can tell me who it was.
Okay. Oh wow, look at that.
Wow.
So we're unboxing it. Look, it's the bride.
Wow, this is much better than
Yeah.
I thought it would be, actually.
And then if you unfurl it a little more, you've got Go-Go down there kicking that metal ball at the bride. So
Oh,
this is
a
a
great
pretty handsome
quality
Kill Bill
design.
poster, numbered somewhere, and fantastic.
Here.
It should
Is
be
it? 23?
23, maybe.
Is that possible?
So we'll see. Anyhow, that's it. Kill Bill Volume 1. That's my new toy today. A new poster for Bahzad.
And it's just gonna go on the poster.
It's gonna go in the
folder.
poster folder.
Now we're gonna be displayed.
Well, one day, when we have the movie theater of my dreams,
Alright.
it will be proudly
That was
displayed.
fun.
There you go. Probably
Yeah.
take care of that. Hopefully that doesn't fall over. I'll leave it right here. Okay. Everybody, let's jump into everyone's favorite segment of the Naked Famous Denim live stream, the greatest raw denim live stream in the history of all of the internet. And that moment is snack time. And boy, do we have a good one for you, because this was one of the most clever packagings I've come across in a long time. And boy, am I a fan of nice packaging. I will buy almost anything if the package is nice. And this was pretty good. And now we've got Garrett here to enjoy snack time with us. So you're going to have a triple snack time review here. We're going to see what it is about this that it makes it so special.
When I saw this, I was like, this is the perfect snack time if there ever was.
Oh, great. So I came for the best snack time of all time?
Maybe.
I think so.
Umami Cola.
It is interesting. It is a great packaging because this is upside down can.
Yeah. What a cool design.
Yeah.
Right?
So this is.
Yeah.
I don't know if they wanted you to like flip it so that thing is not floating. Or like floating, not floating. You know,
Oh, to like mix it up?
Yeah.
Like
I think
sediment?
some cans do that.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to like nobody
wanna
like
shake it.
shake
Yeah.
cola. So like sometimes when they need you to
Yeah.
do it, but this is clever.
Yeah.
If that was their intention.
Oh, wait. Right before we get into it. Oh, actually, this is a good time for it. Because
What?
Magi24 says we also need the weekly Japanese word. And umami
Oh, yeah.
might be the word to do.
Umami is one of those words that recently became a part of English vocabulary.
Yep.
I feel. Umami just means that like the taste of deliciousness.
Yeah.
And which is often related to the amino acid in food.
Right. I think it's also part of like, sweet, sour, all the
Yes,
flavors that your tongue can pick up.
Yeah.
Umami is its own unique
Yes.
flavor sensation.
And this is
Yeah.
what's in MSG.
Yeah.
This is also in nature
Yeah.
too, so it's not bad for you.
So perhaps this is an MSG laced cola. Is that possible?
I don't know what it would taste like. I have no idea if it's gonna be like.
Like
Because umami
spicy.
to me, like it's often you can taste it in more like savory food, right? So it's not necessarily in like
Yeah, I've
sweet.
never had sweet umami.
Yeah.
before.
So, but anyway, this is also energy drink.
Yes.
So it's like we're
Yeah.
doing the.
Oh, after I'll
No, do
tease
it.
it,
No,
but
no.
we know the football player.
Oh, say it now. Say it now.
No, we'll do this
Okay,
first.
we'll do this
and then I
first.
have a small story that
Okay.
about this
okay.
football player too.
Okay. So let's do it. We've got the Umami Cola, fresh from
Wow, this is
Japan. It looks quite spicy. We're gonna show this to the camera here.
Spicy?
Yeah, like a spiced drink. Definitely has a spiced
It's like
smell.
a craft cola or craft soda kind of
Yeah.
vibe.
And it's got like a haziness to it, right?
It's
Yeah.
very hazy.
This is not your Coca-Cola that you would expect.
Alright.
So
Like an unfiltered
Yeah.
soda.
So you can see here, it's pinkish brown, which is I think it's kind of
It's
a
nice
pleasant color.
Yeah, it matches
Um,
this can. No
Ooh,
caffeine.
Yeah, like cinnamony.
Yeah, very cinnamon.
Interesting. This is a non-caffeine energy drink.
Non-caffeine energy. So it has hints of cinnamon.
Yeah.
It's got like a fruity dried
citrus. It's like a
citrusy.
yeah, very citrusy.
Okay, let's just try it.
Okay, let's do it.
It's like Christmas cola almost.
Yes, it's like that like
It doesn't have a hard bite that you would expect from like a regular soda, like a Coca-Cola or a Sprite. So very, very mild carbonation.
Yeah, it reminds me of
mulled
Christmas.
wine.
Yeah, mulled wine. Yes.
Yeah.
It tastes like mulled wine, but in a soda and like.
It does. It also I don't feel the carbonation so much.
No, very light. Very, very light. It's very refreshing. It's nice. This over ice on a hot summer day, this is a very refreshing drink. Children won't like this.
No.
Not at all. This is an adult beverage.
Yes.
Without being alcoholic.
But do you taste that umami aftertaste?
No.
I can barely taste it.
It's not as pleasant when combined with like a sweet thing, I think. And that's why maybe you don't.
You know what would go great with this is like a float version. You put a
you think a piece of ice cream in there would?
Oh yeah, I think I'd go for a piece of ice cream because you can get that creamy, cinnamony, like almost like a cinnamon bun kind of flavor.
I don't know. Personally, I don't know about that, but you know what?
I'd go for a float version of this.
You know what? You do you. I won't yuck your yum.
Okay, let's
Right?
just see
Yeah.
what's in here. Amazake,
Okay.
which is the rice, like a very sweet rice fermented drink. It's kind of like eggnog, but made with rice. Cane sugar, shikwasa from
Okay, so that's
Okinawa.
citrus, like an Okinawan citrus.
Yeah.
Shikwasa.
Rice candy. I don't know what that is.
More rice.
Ginger, yuzu,
Okay, more citrus. Ginger, yuzu, yeah.
hibiscus, cinnamon, cardamom,
Cardamom. That's
Cardamom.
it. You can really taste it.
elderflower, clove.
Okay.
Clove.
Yeah,
you can
clove,
taste
yeah.
it, yeah. And what is this one? Garrett? Like
I don't read
how do you-
Japanese.
No, but this is Chinese. I think this.
I don't
is
know these characters.
I think I don't know. Anyways, Chinese spice.
Some Chinese spice.
5 spice.
Coriander,
Coriander.
Oh, okay.
anise seed,
Star anise.
Yeah.
anise.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta say it correctly.
chili, like red chili.
Okay,
Really?
I didn't.
What's tursi? Tursi?
I don't know. Anyhow, a lot of spices it seems.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I like this drink.
You do?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm giving it a solid 7.7.
That's very high.
It's pretty good.
Wow.
It's a nice drink.
It's a weird drink.
It's a nice drink. I think it's a nice drink. I think, you know, if you don't drink, if you're non-alcohol kind of lifestyle, and you want something kind of fancy, this is kind of nice. You know, everyone's got the gin and tonic, and this and that. This
You can enjoy the complex flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I like that about this drink.
I would agree.
Right.
I'd give it a lower rating, but yes, if you don't drink alcohol, this would be a cool alternative.
Right.
Yeah, and like
It's like a cocktail almost.
Yeah, cocktail. Yeah.
So Umami Cola, the newest flavor sensation to hit Japan. We found this at where did we find this? At
Akomea.
Akomea. So it generally sells very traditional and kind of upscale Japanese groceries.
More like gift food, souvenir food. It's all like they don't have they don't have fresh fruits or anything.
So Akomea. So if you're here in Japan, look up Umami Cola. It comes in the pink can, very beautifully designed, and you get yourself a can of this or two. Bring some back to your loved ones wherever you are from. Okay, and
I can see Natural Lawson carrying this.
I can see that as well.
Anyways,
Garrett, you have some football stories to share.
So I do want to add a little bit to what I was saying earlier. So the original order was for, I think it was a bunch of...
You don't have to get into all the details.
30, okay, anyways. So I messaged Shane, who works at the New York store, and he says it's Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, and
okay.
I remember they told me that he came into the store because, we canceled his order, and he was like, oh, those Tate and Yoko guys, they canceled my order, whatever. And the boys in the New York store was just kind of like starstruck. And they were very happy to help him, so they helped him, got him a whole bunch of easy guys, I think 38s or something like that. And they were packaging it up in the bags, and guys like, no, I don't need the bags. Give me a garbage bag. So they get a garbage bag, dump all these jeans over, and he slings it over the shoulder and walks out with like a ton of jeans in a garbage bag.
All right.
So there you go.
Whatever. Look, if you guys want a garbage bag of jeans too, you know where to come. We'll accommodate you, however way you like. Corey writes, Marshawn Lynch is one hilarious man and one great customer. And we're sorry that we canceled your order, but from now on, smooth sailing, we promise you. I know if you're watching now, we give you a big thumbs up for being a fan of our products, as well as all of you watching today. You guys get double thumbs up. Okay. I think we should maybe leave it there. A lot of fans of this guy. Great. Well, I don't know much about football, but you're my new favorite football player. That's it.
Yeah.
Harry coming in with some
Number one.
Japanese comments.
Well, what do we got there, Risa?
He says "otono no cola," which means adult Coke.
Adult Coke.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Terry, we love you. We wish you were here, but you're here. You are here with us, so we're glad to do that. Some people were wondering if we were going to do any 420 related snacks. Not in Japan, everybody. You don't mess around with that kind of stuff in Japan. Also, pro tip: if you're coming to Japan, don't bring it. That's my advice. Because
check your pockets before you get on the
if you're coming from a country that's got stuff, don't bring it because you will go to jail. It's not like you're gonna go and get a fine or they're gonna be like,
ticket you.
Yeah.
No.
You're going to jail.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail. It is not a oh, let me call my lawyer situation either, because you will not get a call. There is no call here. You go straight to jail. And then you can call the consulate after a few weeks and maybe they'll help you out. Probably not, because you're not important.
There's a
in
lot
their
of,
eyes. In my eyes, you're very important. But
there's a lot of CBD related products here, but none of them have a hint of THC.
Yeah. So do like me and be pure. Okay? Pure.
Except for alcohol. There's a lot of drunks.
There's a lot of drunks here. but I stick to soft drinks and soft language here on the Naked Famous Denim live stream. Stay off the hard stuff. Okay. Well, there you go, everybody. A successful live stream. This has been a successful live stream.
This was a special episode.
With special guest host Garrett from the very famous This Week at Tate and Yoko show here on the Naked and Famous Denim YouTube channel. If you want to catch more of Garrett, you definitely want to tune in to that show. He's also doing more of the product videos as well, so he's becoming quite the presenter. So you'll see a lot more Garrett on the channel. Of course, Risa and I are your hosts here for the Naked and Famous Denim live stream, the greatest live stream in the history of the internet. So be sure to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And that will guarantee you, my promise to you, that you will have a very, very beautiful and nice weekend. So, with all that said, I will bid you adieu. Do something nice to yourself and to somebody else. Any other wishes for?
Take it easy this weekend. Relax. Give yourself a break.
There you go. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye everyone.
Bye.